In Europe, over 4 billion kilograms of electronic waste were generated, and an average of around 40% was properly collected and recycled in 2022. In the EECONE project, with our over 50 partners from 16 countries, we aim to address the drastic issue of e-waste and associated pollution by collaborating with all the stakeholders of the supply chain, from the ECS manufacturers, for instance, and the system suppliers, to end users and recyclers. Our strategy is based on the 6R concept: reduce, reliability, repair, reuse, refurbishing, and recycle.
In Design for Sustainability, Reduce questions our needs of electronics, products, services, industrial system behind. By contrast, it's related to increase the activity of reusing, repairing, and improving the reliability of products to expand their functional lifetime.
In our sector, reducing is a mantra, which drives most decision-making processes, due also to its position in the inverted sustainability pyramid that makes reducing the most relevant of 6Rs. By applying a quantitative approach through LCA, it is possible to identify the most impactful processes and materials from an environmental perspective, and find answers to questions on how to reduce products' environmental burden and identify the most impactful materials.
We think that we need to redirect our industrial electronic systems within planetary boundaries.
To reduce the e-waste, we need to fight against the short life cycles of the electronics. In EECONE, reliability enters into force as a new Earth strategy for circular economy. It is to promote the first life of electronics. Up to now, the reliability of electronics was mainly seen as a constraint for safety-critical systems. Now, reliability becomes a lever in our hands to promote and possibly extend the first life of an electronic component or system.
In EECONE, we want to assess eco-reliability, meaning finding the right balance between reliable design and reduced material and energy consumption of the product manufacturing, avoiding early product failures as much as over-designing of products.
Our systems can identify defects in PCB manufacturing. They can also automatically repair identified defects. Our equipment removes excess copper in shorter lines of PCBs and selectively adds copper when missing copper creates a fault. Electronics footprints can be reduced through innovative repair technologies. Within EECONE, by developing better repair mechanisms, we are working together to reduce e-waste and create a sustainable future for all.
In use case 8, we aim at reducing the electronic waste from home networking equipment, such as internet gateways and modems, through two complementary strategies. The first strategy is to extend the service lifetime. The second strategy, we plan to give a second life to electronics by repurposing obsolete smartphones into circular modems, with the challenge of providing the internet service providers with the full operation and security control, independently from Android and iOS.
In the EECONE project, we are attempting to understand the life cycle of the microelectronic technologies that form and create the engines of data centers. Such resource-intense electronic equipment typically has a short first life, as digital applications such as those that are now AI-driven demand greater performance. But rather than disposing of such equipment, the partners of EECONE are looking at their refurbishment for a second life in data centers for alternative digital applications.
Refurbishing is a prospective but necessary circularity option in electronics. It is required in order to extend and to guarantee device and product lifespan after a first or a previous usage. The EECONE project will contribute to establishing design guidance toward electronics refurbishing.
Together with EECONE partners, we are driving innovation in recycling and circular economy. By assessing the availability of e-waste in the supply chain, we can better meet the market demand and develop targeted recycling solutions. Also, we work on the product design to make them easier to recycle. The objective is to increase the recycling ratio from 40% to 80%.
We developed the EECONE Atlas, a web platform aimed at facilitating the connection between the organizations providing training in e-waste and users looking for specific training opportunities.
Everyone always keeps the end goal in mind, so even though we have to sacrifice some functionality for sustainability, we carefully consider each trade-off from an eco-design perspective, taking into account the whole life cycle of the product.
The partners of EECONE are helping establish a scientific basis for the data center industry to reduce electronic waste by using life cycle assessment tools.
This is essential to achieve ambitious objectives like the reduction of the e-waste starting from the design phase.
By working together, we can create a more sustainable and resilient future for the electronic industry.